Alright, what up, what up? It's your boy Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. So I wanted to talk to you ladies real quick about how men judge your physical attractiveness and how that plays into whether or not they want to like date you and have sex with you or whatever it is, or have you in a long-term relationship. You know what I'm saying? So, and my camera lady in the background, she'll chime in, you know, so we could, you know, make it a conversation.
Already feeling a little defensive here because
Why?
being judged on physical attractiveness feels so...
What? But we all judge people on physical attractiveness or how we think or what we think is attractive. But I was just saying in general, for example, if a guy thinks you're really hot, right? You know, of course he's going to want to have sex with you.
But does he want a relationship?
Yeah, if you're cool. Definitely if you're cool and you're on point, he's definitely going to want a relationship with you. You know what I'm saying? Some guys are going to want to have a relationship with you, or a long-term relationship, or a committed relationship quicker than you know, than not. You understand? But if you're an asshole, though, you understand, but you look good, he may just want to have sex with you a few times and then call it a day. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, right. And you might lie about the relationship stuff because, in general, that's what women are looking for.
Yeah, I mean, some guys will do that. They'll like act like they want the relationship, but if he thinks you're hot, he's gonna like, you know, he'll still you know, try to have sex with you even if he doesn't think you're a cool person, right? But he won't get into a relationship with you. Now, let's say if you are what a guy would consider like average looking, he'll want to have sex with you still, and if you're a cool person, he'll probably be in a relationship with you. And this is the funny part. This is when most guys who have girlfriends, these are usually the women that they're in relationships with, the you know, good looking to like average looking women who are just cool people. You know what I'm saying? Because one, most guys don't come across the women who are that hot. You understand what I'm saying? And two, because you seem approachable and you're cool, he will, you know, stick with you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But in those situations, depending on your personality, it can make you seem more attractive or less attractive because you're sort of in the middle. So if you're a really cool person, fun to be around, everything, he's going to be more attracted to you. And this funny thing is, he'll even think you're even more physically attractive in certain cases because of how he feels about you. But if you're, if you're annoying, if you're an asshole, if you're, you know, on some dumb shit, his attraction is going to lower. You know what I'm saying?
This is wonderful information.
And I'm sure this is similar to how women, you ladies, think in certain situations.
I think part of it, though, is that women tend to be more like that.
Right.
Men are more physically,
right, exactly.
more focused on the physical attraction. And that's why I say women tend to be a little defensive when you say, like, physical attraction, right? Because we're like, you know, I am who I am. This is how I look. Right? I'm beautiful for who I am. But in the end...
But, I mean, it depends on the person who's viewing you. You know what I'm saying? Depends on the guy.
Yeah.
Now, another thing, too, is that some guys will be physically attracted to you based off of a specific thing. Meaning, you might have a fat ass, and that's all he is physically attracted to you for. You might have...
if you have a cool personality...
Yeah, well, if you have a cool personality, that's cool, but... most guys are most likely won't get into a long-term relationship with you just because you got a fat ass. You understand what I'm saying? Or let's say you may have big titties, but that's it. That's the draw. You ain't got no ass. He doesn't think you're pretty, but you got big ass titties. So he'll be like, I'll fuck her, but I'm not gonna like wife her up. I'm not gonna like have her as my girlfriend. So I'll just use her for that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So the big question is, how do we find the guys that want the relationship?
I mean, you got to find the guys who find you physically attractive, and you got to be a cool ass person. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And be consistent with that over time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But each guy is different though, because some guys may say, you know, they may want that super hot girl to be the girlfriend and won't take anything less. You know what I'm saying? Most guys will take the average girl who's just a cool chick. You know what I mean? And most guys aren't gonna wife up a girl just because she got nice lips and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll be like, oh, she can, you know, give me head, that'd be great, but I'm not gonna make her my girlfriend just off of that when I think everything else about her is physically unappealing. Same thing if she just has a fat ass. She has a big ass, but everything else is physically unappealing, and I'm not really gonna go down that route. So you need to find the guys that find you physically appealing, but also their experience with you is that you're a cool individual to be around, and that'll make them like you. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, guys put a heavy emphasis on physical. Women do too, you know, in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to just having sex with a guy. It's like, oh, he's sexy, I'll do him. You know what I'm saying? But I think women also, you know, you'll make more, you know, like if a guy is like a cool guy, he may not necessarily need to be your physical type for you to like be attracted to him like that. You understand?
And I definitely have girlfriends who will say that, like,
right.
where they'll be like, you know, initially I didn't think he was that attractive. I didn't think he was my type, but I felt so good around him. He was so cool.
Right. And see,
and now, like 2 years later,
guys have that somewhat too, though. But
Yeah.
it's not. I don't think it's as strong as how women have it. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning,
Right.
that a guy, because most guys, if they're not that physically attracted to you, they're not going to take you seriously anyway. You understand what I'm saying?
I also feel like for women, focusing on your physical attractiveness, at least for me, has been, I feel like when I dress cute, when I've
Right.
been, you know, eating well, working out, when I feel healthy and I feel confident and
Right.
strong, when I have makeup on, I get the most positive reaction from men
Right.
than when I'm not. And I know that in general, just getting a guy's attention in the beginning, that's where you start. Because if I can't get a guy's attention,
Right.
like if I'm not looking cute and acting cute and fun,
Right.
he's not even talking to me. I can't prove how cool I am.
Well, this is the thing. Guys are gonna, you know, you're gonna have, you know, guys who have standards and they're like, okay, she gotta look this way, she gotta look that way, whatever.
Right.
But
And
generally,
sometimes you're not what he's looking for.
right. But generally, most guys will have sex with you, in general, if you're just decent looking. So you don't gotta be the best looking woman.
Right, but I don't want just sex.
No. But this is what I'm saying. I'm just trying to paint a picture. Most guys will fuck you if you're decent looking.
Okay.
But the more physically attractive you are, and on top of that, the more pleasant your personality is, you could have so many different guys that will want you. You understand? For the long term. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, for
So
sure.
that's what it is. But but just understand every guy is gonna like different shit, or think what a hot woman is different. Like, so for example, with me personally, I think what makes a woman, what I'm physically attracted to, is women who are, not too skinny. You understand? I'm not, because like I know a lot of guys like real slim, super skinny women. I like women with an ass, with some thighs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With some, with some body on her. You know what I mean?
And it's just a personal.
Yeah, that's just what
preference.
I like. And some guys may like, the super skinny women. Some guys may like, even some guys, they're what they call chubby chasers or whatever. They like bigger girls. You know what I'm saying? So it all and it all depends. So for me, some type of girl, like a skinny girl, I would see a skinny girl, I could still be attracted to her. But to me, she would be like in that medium range where it's kind of like, I'll just take it or leave it. Or she may have nice lips, and I'll be like, yeah, she has nice lips, but I'm not really that attracted to her because she's too damn skinny for me. You see what I'm saying? While another guy, that'll be the perfect woman for him. You know what I'm saying?
I'm also thinking about a friend of mine who I think is super attractive, thin, athletic, really pretty lady, who is sometimes just too shy. And I think guys either don't notice her,
right,
or they notice her but they think she's not feeling them because like her attitude is kind of standoffish,
right.
and then afterwards she'll be like, that guy was so attractive, and I'm like, really? You seemed
Right.
like you really didn't like him
Right.
at all,
Right, that's funny.
right? So I think that's part of it, is like being comfortable, being open and flirtatious.
Right. Exactly.
Right? Even because you might be super pretty and you might get their attention physically, but if he thinks you don't like him.
Oh yeah, and that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother story. But yeah, I think, and that's a whole other story. You gotta be open to letting the guys know you're interested too. You know what I'm saying?
Or at least receptive.
Right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? But I just want women to be aware of why, of how guys view them physically, because that also impacts why a guy will ghost you, why a guy will, you know, fuck you for a few times and never call you again. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, because it was just your nice ass.
Right, exactly. So it's just like,
Aww.
it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, unfortunately, there's really not a way to really tell, because I know women sometimes ask like, oh, how do you know if the guy just...
Right.
You can't. You only know after the fact.
Damn
so,
this nice ass.
This is exactly, so it is what it is. But yeah. Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do two quick things. One, I want you to click the link below and send me your questions. If you have any questions on dating and relationships, I'll make a video about it. And two, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, 7 highly effective steps for finding and keeping a man. And I'll talk to you guys later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.